Hey guys, welcome back. It's Aaron and Nathan again. Thanks for joining us. Um, I think last week we had a very nice discussion on, actually we've gone through a few episodes. What have we done? Is this the fourth one now, Aaron?
Yeah, I think it's the fourth. I mean,
I think it
including
is.
introductions of us. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
this will be the third with content, and the first one
Okay,
sort of like a whatever. Yeah.
that's fair. That's fair. All right, cool. All right, well, so Aaron and I were talking about what we should talk about next. And frankly, we've run out of subjects. It only took 3 episodes, and now we've got no content. But then we had another conversation, and we started talking about, hey, we love music. We should talk about music a little bit. So that's a that's something Aaron and I know Aaron is very passionate about. So am I. We've talked about music ever since we lived together. I'm back in Chico, and so I just wanted to um, kind of quiz Aaron. He quizzed me last week. I want to quiz him and get his take on a few things. So um, now I will say, Aaron, you and I have been to a couple of concerts together, so we've experienced music together. We've had endless conversations about it. But something I don't know about you is your earlier experience with music, except for I think you guys listened to Simon and Garfunkel. Yes.
Oh, are you talking like way back, like when I was a
Yeah,
little
way
kid?
back, way
Oh,
back.
geez. Okay.
Yeah. Like,
I think
if
the
you could
earliest.
say,
Let's see. Fourth
what's
grade.
the soundtrack of your life, right? So let's go
Ooh,
ages, I mean, 0 to 10. If you can think that far back, what music played in your house? What did you guys
so when I
dance
was
to?
little, it was like Beethoven. My
Okay.
mom like was a big believer in like classic music, so she played
Yeah.
like classical music.
Mm,
I think she played classical music in the womb. So I
yeah.
was literally not formed yet and listening to like Beethoven type music, Mozart, that. Um, I think she heard there were studies that if your baby in embryo listens to classical music, they'll be smarter. I'm not sure how those panned out, like if
Yeah.
that's actually real or not.
Yeah.
Excuse me, because I don't feel maybe I would have been dumber. Let's just say that. So I could have been dumber than I am now. So maybe thank goodness she played that because I'm came out sort of average, right? Maybe I'd have
Yeah.
been
Yeah. Yeah.
not super bright if she hadn't played that. So who know? I don't know how that went. But right after that, I think the first song I remember is it had been like first grade,
Okay.
kindergarten or first grade, and it was Don McLean's American Pie. And the
Yeah.
only reason why I remember that song is because we would drive from Olivehurst in California over the levee in Marysville, the Yuba
Yeah.
River, and we
In your
would drive
Chevy.
over there like in the summer, and that whole verse where, but the levee was dry, whatever. You took
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Chevy to the levee, right?
Yeah.
That I'd sing that, and we'd drive over the levee. So that was probably my very first like real memory recollection that I can remember right now, sitting here, of like the first song I can remember. Yeah.
That's awesome. Um, yeah, that was a song. I think I also heard that song in my childhood. I don't I'm not for sure because when I really started listening to that song, I was probably in my teens. And
Oh, okay.
that's when I started thinking, man, this acoustic music is pretty freaking awesome. Um, but yeah, that's a terrific song, and I believe that it is 23 minutes long or something. I can't
It
remember.
feels long.
It's a
Yeah, I
long
think it's like
song.
6 minutes, something 6 minutes and something. But it's quite a yeah. There's a lot of verses.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Pop quiz. So name one other song Don McLean does.
Oh, I have no idea.
Me either.
I thought he was a
It
one
doesn't
hit wonder.
matter. Yeah, I
I
think so.
literally thought he was a one hit wonder. Yeah, I have no idea. He's like Toto with Africa. That's literally the only thing he ever
Yeah.
did.
Well, they've
Yeah.
got Hold the Line. Hold the Line.
Is that a song?
Yeah,
Never heard of it.
absolutely. All
Never
right,
heard of it.
whatever.
Oh
So,
wait, no, is that Toto?
yes.
Oh, maybe I have. I just
Okay,
don't know
yeah.
the title.
In fact,
Yeah.
they're coming to Utah this year, I think.
They have
So,
had a big resurgence, like among like the younger generation. I'm not sure what tipped that off or where they heard it. I don't know if it was like popular on TikTok or something, but dude, I've heard students talk about it. I'm like, gosh, these guys are really old, man.
I know that Weezer covered it like in
Oh,
the
maybe
last
that's why
5 years, but I mean, Weezer's kind of an older band too, so I don't know what would have
they are.
propelled it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
Anyway,
Interesting. Okay, well, let's do this one. So you're getting older, so now we're moving into the let's say 11 to 16 bracket. So you're kind of moving into your teenage years. So, and this is sort of, I think for me, this is a common experience. But my question for you is, what music did you listen to that made you feel understood as a teenager?
Oh gosh. Okay. So I, I had a huge jump in music from like fifth and sixth grade, where it was like Duran Duran's Wild Boys.
Yeah,
If you ever watch the video, it's like
yeah,
fire and stuff and fires
yeah,
coming out of things.
yeah.
I thought
Yep.
that was satanic at the time. It was, Satan worship. So if you watch that video, you were a Satan worshiper, and I was watched it at my friend's house in like fifth
Yeah,
grade, and I felt really bad about it. And now
yeah,
I look back and I'm like, wow, that's so tame and stupid. But at the
yeah.
time, I was like absolutely like I felt this huge dark cloud of shame and guilt come over me because I was facilitating Satan worship at the time.
Yeah, yeah. Not
But it
good.
was literally like Quiet Riot, like
Okay.
Come On, Feel the Noise, Twisted Sister, like We're Not
Yep.
Gonna Take It, like that
Yep.
was
Yep.
fifth-ish grade.
Mm.
But then I had this huge jump. I don't think where I listened to anything. And then I think high school is where I started listening to stuff again. And it
Okay.
was all because I was trying to be in relationships and trying to have a girlfriend and literally getting like dumped constantly and never having a girlfriend, or I had a girlfriend, then she dumped me when I had one for like a week or two. So I think it was that time. It was Chicago.
Yeah.
There's like Chicago's greatest hits I mean, like all these sappy, super sappy like songs. REO Speedwagon was right there with
Yeah.
Chicago.
Yep.
And then Toto was there. I think Air Supply was there, like making love out of
Yeah.
nothing at all.
Yeah.
So literally, I think every song I listened to was a super wah 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 um, teenage angst. Like, yeah, I feel
Dig
you,
it.
bro. I've been dumped too. I know
Right.
exactly how it feels to be rejected. Like,
Yep.
literally, they're all lover rejection songs. I think.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
That was like early on. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Definitely target demographic was not people that had never, had a problem in relationships. Yeah, I mean
No.
that stuff spoke to me too. Like I remember I think it was Chicago 16 or 17, Peter Cetera was sort of the guy in
Oh,
Chicago at that time.
yeah, yeah. He has this really
Yeah.
high voice. He could like literally
Yeah.
just like yeah.
Yeah, and I think so he covered, let me get this right. I believe he was You're the Inspiration.
He
Um
was. He also did "Glory of Love," and I think that was off
that is definitely Peter Cetera.
The
Yeah.
Karate Kid soundtrack. And like
Yes,
we did it
that's
all for
right.
"Glory of Love." Yeah, well, he was right
Yeah.
there too, right? Because
Yeah.
you literally will sing that and hope that that's how your person feels about you or whatever.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yes,
And
that's
then
right.
they don't, so then you go out and find the other songs. They're like, yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
if I make a mixtape of Chicago and REO and all these different bands, I can win her back. Maybe.
I did
No,
that and that didn't work either. I
it
know, like,
doesn't
so,
work. No,
no. In fact,
no.
there was a gal, and I posted this on Facebook like a long time ago when I had Facebook. There was a gal in like think fifth grade named Heather Davis, and I was so hung up on her. Like I had the hardest crush on her ever, and I was gonna perform "I Can't Fight This Feeling" by REO Speedwagon,
Yeah,
in like I think it was fourth grade or fifth grade,
yeah,
at the talent show, and I was studying it, and I was studying it, and I studied it, and listened to it on my like cassette player over and over and over, right? Because I was gonna literally sing that to her and stare at her from
yes,
the stand. I was gonna
yeah,
look down at Heather Davis and
yeah.
like stare right at her as I sung
Girls
her
love that.
soul, right?
Yes,
Yeah, they
yeah,
love that. There's
yeah.
nothing creepy or like literally
No,
stalker
yeah,
red
yeah,
flag about that at all, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So the only reason I didn't, and thank goodness I didn't, because I think that would have been a really bad, that would not have been a great direction for my life to go. Um,
Yeah.
I didn't because I couldn't figure out one of the lyrics. And it wasn't like you didn't have YouTube. We didn't have YouTube or something. I didn't have enough money to buy the actual
You
albums.
didn't have it written down in your Trapper Keeper, or
I did. I wrote them all down, but there's
okay,
one lyric I couldn't get. I couldn't like hear it, and it was I can't remember it. Anyways, my life. Oh, it goes. I know. I remember this because I used to. I still have this thing ingrained in my memory. My life has been such a whirlwind since I saw you. I've been
yeah,
running around in circles in my mind,
yeah,
but ever la da 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 da.
yeah.
Because
But
you're
it
the something.
always seems that I'm following you, girl. I
Oh,
didn't
why
know
do
the
they have
lyrics
to
either
sing it
until
so
I
you
looked it
can't
up.
understand it? But I
Yeah,
thank God. I mean, love you guys, REO Speedwagon, for like
yeah,
like screwing up that flipping lyric so I could understand it because you saved my
yeah,
life.
yeah,
Had I understood that, Nate, I would have been on stage singing to fourth grade Heather Davis, and I'd have creeped her out for life. So thank
Yeah,
you, REO Speedwagon, for mushing your words.
for real. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely slurring your words, not enunciating. Thanks a lot, guys. Real cool.
I don't think it went
Um,
with the rhythm. Like I
no,
don't
it
think it
didn't.
got, like the rhythm of that thing. So they had to like I don't know, like
There
go
were more
like
syllables than the music could take.
following you. What?
Well,
Like
it's
they,
because the
they
word
tried to make it
girl,
work.
he made the word girl last over like 4 to 5 syllables.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what threw me.
Girl.
So my
Yeah,
little yeah, so my little fourth grade brain was like, why can't I
this
get
doesn't
this?
work.
I almost wore out the tape on the like the reverse play, and and that exact thing, pushing on my cassette player over and over and over, trying to like hear that, could not
Yeah.
hear it. Yep.
Yeah. And
Anyway,
heaven forbid if you don't have a cassette player, you're just waiting for it to show up on the radio and maybe this time you'll get it.
yeah.
So,
Well, I mean
yeah.
that happened another time. You mentioned Simon and Garfunkel before.
Yep. Yep.
That happened another time with them, and I would same fourth fifth grade era type, right? And it was Cecilia.
Yeah.
And there was a lyric there, and I'm glad I didn't know this also because this was a little bit scandalous
A
for
little
my age,
racy. Yeah.
probably. It was, um, oh, it
I
was
could guess.
it was making love with
Yes.
Cecilia, making love with
Making
Cecilia,
love to
something,
Cecilia up in my bedroom.
and then that I thought was making life or something. Like
Oh,
I didn't hear the love part. Like had I heard that, I'd have probably been like, oh my gosh, what are they singing about, right? And got
I
into it.
mean, you weren't far off. Making love, making life. One does precede the other. So
Yeah, sometimes.
you were, yeah,
So
yeah,
I don't know, dude. Anyway, that right there was like another thing where just I couldn't understand lyrics, right? I mean, it's
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Misunderstood lyrics. There's some great ones out there, and for some reason I can't think of any right now. So, okay. So here's your next question. Um, do you recall the first time you were obsessed with a band or an artist, and who was it, and why? Do you
Fifth
remember?
grade, fifth grade, Michael
Okay.
Jackson.
Okay. Cool.
Thriller had just come out and literally rocked the entire world in my like age group. The video was a huge deal, right?
Yeah.
But even before then, I think it was that album, the Thriller album, maybe that
Yeah.
had Beat It on it.
Yep.
And
Probably. I can't
that
remember.
came out. Was it that one?
I don't know. Go ahead. Keep talking.
I
I'm going
think
to fact
Thriller
check
might be
that
on
while
A.
you're.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Beat It was on there. That's when you introduced like I think the word Shimon for come on.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
And it was anyway. We had in fifth grade we had a group of us who were so like obsessed with Michael Jackson that
Yeah.
we had a white glove club,
Of course you
and
did.
we'd all wear a white glove on our whatever hand he wore it on, right? And come to
Yeah.
school with our white glove on one day a week, and then during lunch we'd have a get together and we'd all sit around and chat about like his album and the lyrics and how cool Michael Jackson is and all that. So that I think was the first time I became absolutely obsessed with, like someone. Had I could have been able to see him in concert at that age, I probably would have. I mean, it's
Yeah.
probably really expensive, but
So, okay. So along with that, so you brought up a new question for me. So I was in Chico. You were in Oroville at that time. Yes. About
let's see. Wait, is that fifth grade Michael Jackson? I'd have been in Washington.
you're in Washington. Okay. So the question for you then is, in Washington, did you bring your own cardboard to school to break dance on?
Okay, so no, I did not. That would have been so fifth grade. We didn't. I left Washington at sixth grade,
Yeah.
and then started back. We moved back to California for seventh and eighth for me
Yep.
in Marysville. And in seventh grade, we did. I did bring a small cardboard about this big, just enough for your knee to be on it, if that's where you're
Hmm.
going.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and I would do. I could do the hand spin, like put your hand
Yeah.
down and
Oh,
spin
that's
on the
cool.
cardboard. I could do the knee spin, and a head spin.
Yeah.
I did those
Wow.
three. Yeah, we all literally, dude. There were these two, and we all wore like parachute pants, right? I mean, you wore those.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yep.
that was like
Crazy not to.
had to do it. But I mean, we'd have during what is it during lunch and recess, these two dudes would come out, and they'd be all like completely like swagged out, right? They'd come out and they would like walk up to. So, thinking back on it, dude, it's so like, oh my gosh, I'm embarrassed.
Cringy.
I'm embarrassed for them, a little embarrassed for me too, because I
Right. Right.
did it. Anyway, we'd all mob around our dude that we wanted to win, right? And two dudes would come out with a mob behind them, and they'd like go up to each other and be like, "Man, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take you out," like, and get all like in posture and stuff, and act all, like they're so badass. They're on the playground, and they're like seventh graders, and they like, bump each other's chest, and he goes, "Okay, I'm gonna throw down." And they start going, do
Yeah.
do 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 do,
Yeah.
dancing back and forth. And you're like, "Oh my gosh! I mean,
How
really, dude?
cool.
That was your like super hyper aggression. And you're gonna take it out by a dance off? Here,
Awesome.
let's have a dance off to settle this." Oh my gosh, really?
Well,
Anyway,
this is before rap battles, so it was all we had was dancing around and
right,
challenging each other with guns or whatever. So
right.
yeah,
No, this is. I think if I'm gonna be honest, like I'd probably prefer two dudes who have a beef with each other. I probably prefer them bust out their little cardboard squares and have at it instead of like fighting or shooting each other, right?
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, I think if you can get your your teenage angst out of your system with a dance off,
yeah,
man, I'm all for it.
yeah.
Dance off.
I mean, if that was the most serious thing going on, it'd be pretty fun to watch the media cover it. But
Oh yeah.
yeah. Okay. So good. So I'm gonna answer my own question. So for me, an obsession was Bon Jovi. I loved Bon Jovi. I know,
Wait,
controversial.
wait. At what age though?
Oh gosh. I mean,
Like, are
12,
you?
13. I
Wait,
don't know.
is that where he came out with the song? What was that song? What was his what was the hit at that
Well,
time?
he had Born to Be My Baby. He had, Dead or Alive. He had,
Was it "Living on
uh,
a Prayer"? Did he do
yeah,
"Living
that
on a
was off
Prayer"?
of Slippery When Wet. Uh-huh.
Okay, so I liked him with that song was like our graduation theme song was "Living on a Prayer." Halfway
Yeah.
there, all that, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was around in high school.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
go see him? But did you go see him live? Like, how good of a
I
fan
didn't
were
see him
you?
until I was an adult.
So you weren't that great of a fan.
Not that great of a fan. Although,
You,
I don't know. I did write every single one of his lyrics up through New Jersey in a folder, in a binder. So, I mean,
do you still have
that's,
them?
I mean, no, I'm not as big of a
Like,
fan as I used to be.
I was just gonna say then, how strong is your fandom if you
I'll tell
threw
you
your
what,
lyric
before the
binder away?
next episode, I'll write down all his lyrics again and I'll show you what
Wait,
I've got.
can you do it by memory?
I used to be able to. Actually, I used to be able to go because he had Fahrenheit. I don't remember what the rest of what the number was, but he had um, Fahrenheit album. He had the Slippery and Wet, New Jersey, and I knew all of his songs from New Jersey back. But after that, I kind of fell off. So
So was that like were you like an outlier in your like love for Bon Jovi, or was that like the all your group of friends and everybody you guys all listened to it?
I don't
Or
know. That's a good question. Like I know a couple of friends that did listen to Bon Jovi, but I think I was just trying to make my way to the Smiths, and I just couldn't figure out how to do it because you had, and I know they're not related at all. I'm just trying to say, you had all the hair bands, right? So there was Cinderella, like you mentioned,
oh
Twisted Sister, Tesla,
oh
right?
yeah,
Tesla out of
Tesla five.
Sacramento,
Oh my
California.
gosh, five
Yeah,
man acoustical jam, best
Five
thing,
Man
love
Acoustical
song,
Jam.
best
Yep,
thing ever, dude. Yeah,
yeah,
love that.
killer, absolutely
Dude, oh my
wonderful
gosh.
album.
No, the big hair bands
Um,
actually like I don't know if you've seen those people on like like YouTube and stuff, but they'll like be voice coaches. Have you seen the voice coaches that like do like a an analysis of some of the hairband rockers who hit these certain like notes and stuff? Some of
mm,
the it's an interesting take, right? I thought they just were screaming half the time, right? I mean, most hair bands like just like scream their stuff and whatever, right? But there's literally a type of YouTube genre of voice coaches listening to old hair band lead singers, and Nate, dude, their analysis is like next level. Like it gave me an entirely new appreciation for how much range some of those singers had and their ability to like switch. I don't even know. I don't even know the terms, but the voice coaches
mm,
do, and they're literally like, I mean, um, they'll literally like blow your mind. Like it'll blow your mind to listen to some of these analyses
mm.
of old rockers. It'll give you a different take for sure. If you just thought they were sort of screamers and just like to like yell at stuff, it'll give you a different take.
There were definitely a couple of singers back then that I could not hit their notes, and I'm a tenor, and I thought I should be able to, but like Steve Perry. I mean, out of Journey, that dude, he could hit some high notes. Peter Cetera out of
Oh yeah,
Chicago, again, high notes, right? And I
right.
was always so jealous. I always wanted to be, be able to hit those crazy high notes because I don't know, they just sound so cool at the time. Um, yeah. So okay, that's an obsession phase. So let's jump right to now. What are you listening to right now?
Ooh, eek. I have to look at my phone. Like I don't do Spotify and stuff though. Like I don't do like
Yeah.
online streaming. I usually just buy the stuff. I think
Yeah.
I've gone a little bit into like I think I've bought probably everything Eminem's ever made.
Oh
In,
wow.
NF is a little rapper that's like him. I've listened to some like alternative stuff. I've listened to like acoustic stuff. I think Hozier was the last person we saw in concert. We saw him in Sacramento. I think before that it was Portugal the Man in
Uh huh.
Oakland. But I mean,
Cool.
I think my tastes are super varied, you know. So I don't
Oh, they
even.
are. I know that.
I mean, I don't even like. I'll listen to like Guns N' Roses one day, and then listen to like an Italian pop star the other another day, and then I'll listen to like Katy Perry, and then Taylor. I do honestly. I mean, I'm not a. I wouldn't consider myself a Swiftie. Yeah, because I wouldn't go to her. I wouldn't pay to go to her concerts, right? Um, because there's so much money. I saw how much money there, and I'm like, I'm not paying for that.
Yeah, they're
Um,
crazy.
if they were given to me, I would go and I'd make a
Yeah.
bracelet or make bracelets for people, whatever. However, I don't consider myself a Swiftie, but I probably own a lot of Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
think her music's catchy and fun and easy. It reminds me of like 80s pop, honestly, and
Okay.
it's sort of like fun, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'll listen to like Rammstein,
Uh
that
huh.
German like shredder band.
Sure.
Du Hast is one of the things I like to drive to
Do hospice. Yeah.
when I want to freaking
Yeah.
like
I think
really
you introduced.
get somewhere on time.
I think you introduced that to me. I think that's
Yeah,
where I got.
it's
Yeah.
a heart thumper, I'll tell you right now. Like, yeah, if you want to like, have something to like get you a speeding ticket, then put that on and listen to it as you drive, and
Yeah.
you'll get a speeding ticket. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, you mentioned Taylor Swift. I don't know all of her stuff, but in the last 2 years, and this is really sad, but in the last 2 years, my girls have introduced her. I mean, I knew who she was. I was listening to her, a while ago. I heard her on country music, radio stations and such. But I'll tell you what, dude, I have completely flipped on that. I think she's an amazing artist. I think her lyrics are way deeper than what I had originally thought.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And her last album, incredible.
Wait,
Like
which one is that? Which album is that?
um, uh,
Did it just
post
drop like a bit
Poets
ago?
Department. Yeah, I can't remember I'm freezing up because you asked me a direct question.
Yeah, yeah, that'll do
Tortured
that.
Poets Department. Um,
That's her album, Tortured Post Department, the newest one.
yeah,
Okay, I'll have to check.
yeah,
I'll have to
yeah.
check it out.
Are you gonna fact check me while?
No, I'm
Oh
not.
no,
I will
you're
not
gonna check
I
out
will
the
not
album.
fact
Okay.
check you. No, I will not fact check you. If you see me looking like this and
Right.
typing, I'm
That's a
fact
fact
checking.
check. So your monitor's on your right. Got it.
Right.
Yeah. So I think she's incredible. I actually sent Wendy and my girls to her show, and am currently broke. Yes, at SoFi Arena. And
Wait,
after,
what?
I know.
You can afford to do that? You're a
No,
baller.
no,
Oh
no,
my
no, no,
gosh,
no.
dude.
I
What a
collected a
great
lot
dad.
of cans,
What a
and
great dad. I would have told my kids, no, your father cannot afford this. This is
yeah.
madness.
No, I
Did
mean,
you get
I
a deal?
withhold some things from them. There are times where like love, I'll withhold love, but the heck if I'm going to withhold a Taylor Swift concert. So,
Well, that would probably generate a lot of goodwill. They probably owe you for the rest of their lives. Let's just say
yeah.
that. And
Well,
I think
this
you have like
dovetails very nicely in reverse to a previous podcast. So, look at us
right.
go.
I mean, 100%. I think you have an amazing amount of leverage as a parent.
Yeah.
That now, once you've done that, all you have to do is go. Remember Taylor Swift, Dad? I really don't want to remember Taylor Swift concert.
Yeah.
I mean, I just like float that out there. I'd have that right.
Dad, can I have
That
a
would be the
second bowl
next.
of ice cream? No,
No,
no, no,
Taylor
no,
Swift.
no. Yeah, you went to Taylor Swift,
You
man.
got Taylor Swift. Hey, Dad. I mean, I was hoping we could have this for dinner tonight. No, no dinner. No
Probably
dinner.
not.
Remember Taylor Swift? You ate your dinner at her concert. That was it.
Probably not.
Yeah,
Yep.
probably not.
Probably
There will be
not.
no dinners for a couple months.
Right.
Yeah, just letting
Right.
y'all know. Yep.
Small lunches. Okay, so all right. Let's see. How are we doing on time?
I
Not
think we got.
great.
I think we
Not
got
great.
I think we got a couple minutes. Yeah. No.
I see seconds. I mean,
Oh,
Aaron
really?
set up
Okay.
yeah, we got 16, 15 seconds, coincidentally 13 seconds. It's going down, it looks like.
Do you want
Uh,
to? Do you have any conclusionary remarks? Is that a word? Conclusionary?
yeah, yeah,
Do you have
I
any
do.
like
In
concluding
fact, I
remarks?
think I think this might become part of a series, in my opinion, because there's
Ah,
so much to unpack. That's my alarm going off to let me know
oh,
that.
good.
Yeah, let me shut that off for you. Anyway, so I think that
Yeah.
this could easily go.
Did you shut it
I
off,
got,
Boomer?
I got it, I got it.
Okay.
I think that we could do endless amount of series on these because there's we could dive into genres, we could dive into times. I mean there's a lot to unpack with music. So
100%.
I'll ask you one
There's.
last question.
Oh, go
What's
ahead.
that?
I was gonna
Huh?
say there's a lot to unpack with music, especially. I mean, when it comes to making mixtapes. Like, who'd you make your first mixtape for? Did
Yes.
you ever make a mixtape?
Yep.
What were your go-to mixtape songs? Did you
And
use the
how
same ones?
expensive was your dual cassette recorder?
100%. Did you
Yeah.
use the same songs for every gal, or did you like
Mm,
customize it, or there's a lot
mm,
going on there,
yeah.
right? And that
Yeah.
all goes into like I think we need to have a topic soon on dating and
Yeah.
how dating has changed when we were like out on dates and dating,
Yeah.
and what dating looks like now. Um,
Spoiler alert, it is different. It's different.
is it really? Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a little different.
No, I mean, so I have students that want to come on the show, and they're of the age of dating, that they're like in their young college years, and they were willing to come on the show and give us a perspective of what dating's like now. And so I thought it'd be sort of fun to like cross-reference what our experience looks like and share ours versus theirs. Yeah, I thought that'd be sort of interesting.
I just remember I used to pick a girl up in a chariot and
Throw
you
rocks.
know,
I used to throw rocks at the people I was interested in.
sure,
Like
sure, as one
kindergarten,
did.
throw a couple rocks.
Absolutely.
I always wanted to do. I always wanted to stand out in their yard with a boombox on my shoulders,
John
at their
Cusack.
window, right,
Yes.
playing our
Yeah.
song, playing a song, whatever, and have them come out and
Yeah.
see me in the rain. Like I was that kind of romantic. It was awful. It was
Yeah.
awful.
I
Yeah.
watch that movie at least every couple of years. So good.
Okay. Well, that'll be coming up on a future episode. Yeah. I
All
mean,
right.
we'll
All right. All
we'll
right.
we'll,
All
we'll,
right.
we'll cue that for a future episode. I think we're good today. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're
Okay. Right
good.
on. Then
But
yeah.
yeah.
We don't have
Thanks
a
you
closing.
guys.
We don't have a closing slogan or anything yet. I think
No.
we'll work on that. But I mean, until next time, uh,
Yeah.
we'll see you.
Yeah. Guys, have a good day.